Disinilah tempat ayah ibuku percaya takkan ada batas untuk mimpiku bergerak, belajar, tumbuh jadi pelita, terangi langkah ceria. Tempat aku membuka mata, mengenal indahnya dunia, melangkah bersama, berkarya untuk Indonesia. Bangga jika jadi sekolah kita. Disinilah tempat mata hatiku terbuka, takkan ada hati belajar bila tak bisa menjadi arti untuk sesama, temani langkah mulia. Tempat aku membuka mata, mengenal indahnya dunia, melangkah bersama, berkarya untuk Indonesia. Bangga jika jadi sekolah kita. Jadilah warga dunia, pribadi bahagia, ajak hati belajar merdeka. Asahlah dirimu menjadi berdaya, buka hati dan mata, cerdas bermakna. Rumah kedua kita. Tempat aku membuka mata, mengenal indahnya dunia, melangkah bersama, berkarya untuk Indonesia. Bangga jika jadi sekolah kita. Membuka mata, mengenal indahnya dunia, melangkah bersama, berkarya untuk Indonesia. Bangga jika jadi sekolah kita. Bangga jika jadi sekolah kita.
Good morning, respected teachers, mentors, guests, proud parents, and beloved students. Welcome to the students' individual presentation for Year 9 Culminating Project. Thank you for coming today. First and foremost, let me introduce myself. I'm Dwi, and I will be your moderator for this session. After going through the journey of middle school for the past 2 years, all Year 9 students will go through a culminating project, a mandatory project from Cikal and as a requirement to graduate. This project also is a medium for students to demonstrate the Cikal competencies that have developed throughout the years. They chose a specific issue, investigated the needs in the community, then proposed an action plan in order to solve the issue. Today, they will present their journey from almost 1 year in doing this project. Before we begin the individual students' presentation, I would also like to invite Bu Imes as the school vice principal of Sekolah Cikal Serpong to give some forewords. Bu Imes, the spotlight is yours.
Thank you, Bu Dwi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, dear parents, teachers, all audiences, and the stars of today's event, the Year 9 students. After almost a year of sweat and tears, this day has finally come. From Culminating Project, we'll see the competencies that has developed throughout the 3 years of middle school in these amazing students. Through small actions, everyone makes an impact. Students, thank you for showing us that being impactful doesn't have to wait until we become big and succeed. We indeed can make an impact through our small concerns, passions, or hobby. Mentors and mentees, congratulations. Let's celebrate today. Audiences, enjoy and be ready to get surprised and awed by the amazing work of these students. Let's get it started.
Thank you, VMS. So today, we have a few students of Year 9 here that will present their culminating project. Each student will have a maximum of 8 minutes, and after all the presenters are done, we will open a question and answer session. The audiences are more than welcome to ask questions to the presenters during the Q&A session using the chat rooms. This year's theme for the project is through small actions, everyone makes an impact, aiming to achieve their targeted competencies and dimensions. We see this culminating project as one of the ways to elevate the students' creativity by solving issues that they present in their CP. I think that is enough to briefly explain the concept of culminating project. Now, let's get on the presentation part. On the first session, we have here today Pandji Bratadikaraputra, Baswara Kala Narendra Nahar, Akira Savero Ibrahim, Umar Rashid, Noor Ashlee Almafira Yusuf. Please give a warm welcome to our first presenter, Pandji Bratadikaraputra.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Pandji, and I will be presenting my culminating project about cyberbullying. According to my research from a website called Broadband Search, I have discovered that 26% of young kids started having suicidal thoughts, and 46% of them have developed social anxiety just because of cyberbullying. From my personal opinions, I have seen many people getting cyberbullied, and it makes me sad because they have to go through it. And because of that, it motivates me to start making a campaign about cyberbullying. Oh, yeah. Miss, lanjut, Miss. My expectations. What I hope my product. I want to share and spread awareness about this because I want to make people realize that cyberbullying is not a thing that you should do. People tend to not realize about cyberbullying having consequences because they don't know that it can ruin someone's mental health, making people have depression, stress, and stuff like that. For my SDG goals, my SDG goal that is relatable to my CP is number 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institutions. Because I want to make peace between people so that whenever they're going through social media, there will be peace and not ruin someone's mental health. Because, yeah. For my Cikal dimensions, I picked two of which is cooperative and caring. For cooperative, I chose showing respect and empathy because when going through social media, you need to show respect to others and create harmony. And for caring, I chose social awareness because if you see someone getting cyberbullied, you can help them or even spread awareness why we shouldn't cyberbully someone. For my research, I have researched many websites and collect many information along reading websites about cyberbullying, and it helped me gain more information and data about cyberbullying. I also I interview, which is Miss Mita. I also gained a new information from after interviewing her. Yeah, okay. For my taking action, Cikal has helped me to do my cyberbully campaign before the final presentation. The school partner I was presenting presenting to also has helped me because they also gave me feedback. If you see there, there is a photo, which what I was doing. In photo number one, I was waiting for my part to present to the school partner. Number two, I was giving a piece of paper about my feedback form so that it can give me feedback. Number three, I was waiting for my turn also because someone was presenting. Number four, I was presenting my part and telling them about my CP project. And number five, that was after we all have done presenting to the school partner, and we took a photo together with the school partner. Product. For my product, I choose Instagram. Why Instagram? Because Instagram is one of the easiest way to share and spread awareness about things or even cyberbullying. Oke, lanjut Mas. The product of my Mas lanjut. Oke. First and second post. Here is a photo about my first and second post. The first post is about introduction, introducing myself in my campaign account, telling why I want to do this and why my expectation for my final product. For for the second post, what I made is about information about cyberbullying, like a percentage of how many people have been cyberbullied at such a young age, and what you should do, what and you should and shouldn't do if you are cyberbullied. My third post, my third post is about an illustration about a person being stressed and sad because she is confused at what she was going to do because she was cyberbullied. And I explain it more in the caption. For my challenges, I have faced many challenges. One of the challenges is because of my time management. I didn't really prepare for my time and anything. So yes, I was like very in a hurry time to make this reflection. For my opinion, presentation wasn't the best because of my challenges like time management, and maybe if I can make a better schedule, I can make a better presentation for this and a better final product. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, if, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Panji, for sharing your journey. Please give him a virtual round of applause using chat room. Moving on to the next presenter, please welcome Baswara Kala Narendra Nahar. I also would like to remind the audiences you can chat, you can give comments anytime when the presenters sharing and you have questions. Thank you. Please welcome Kala.
Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Baswara Kala, or you could call me Kala for short. I'm 14 years old. I'm from Cikal Year 9A, and I'm going to present my culminating project. My culminating project is stress managing, or my topic is stress managing, and my product is a podcast named Stress Talk. Why did I choose podcast? That's because I like podcast. I love recording podcast too. I also love editing the podcast when I'm done recording it. For my issues and goals, for the issues, starting from personal experience dealing with stress problems because tasks pile up and happen repeatedly. On this culminating project, uh, the opportunity I chose this topic to raise awareness about managing stress. For my goal is to raise awareness about managing stress, and I do hope that my project could help some people in their personal life. I choose my dimensions, my Cikal dimensions for this CP project as healthy, and the competencies focused as promoting healthy lifestyle to surrounding, because raising awareness is basically promoting a healthy lifestyle too. For research, I interviewed two people, Miss Mita, the expert and school counselor, and also asked Alejo from year 10 who made a podcast for his culminating project as well. I asked questions like, what is stress? What does stress do to people? Can stress be avoided? How did you start your podcast? How long was your podcast? And how did you name your podcast? For planning, I basically decided how many episodes I wanted to make, thought of what I wanted to talk about in the episode, wrote the script, and recorded the episode. And of course, I need to upload it too. Taking action, I went to MTS Sobono to present my culminating project, which takes on the issue of stress management. And the feedback I got was mostly positive, which it was actually very useful. And the picture right there in front, you can also see me presenting. For challenges, I didn't have much any of a challenge, except one thing is that I wasn't motivated to do the project because I just never am. Um, I also was never consistent to do the project. No, I didn't have an upload schedule. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. How do I feel after the project, and what will I do differently? How do I feel after this project is I feel very good. I feel relieved, and I'm probably going to do something different in year 12 because I'm also staying here. What would I do differently for if I am going to do this, which I am? Probably more consistency on the uploads. If I am going to make a podcast again, I'm going to try to have a schedule on the uploads and try to be as consistent as possible. For the outro, um, yeah, basically, thank you for listening to my presentation. You can see the QR code. You can scan it also on the screen to check out my podcast. Episode 3 should be released already. If not, then it will probably be released tomorrow, I hope, since I also uploaded last night. Thank you.
Thank you, Kala, for sharing your journey. Please give him a virtual round of applause using chat room. If the audiences have questions to specific speakers, you may mention the name or not. You can also give questions to everyone. Moving on to the next presenter, please welcome Akira Savero Ibrahim.
Thank you, Bu Dwi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Hi, friends.
Mati sebentar. Okay, because of the technical issue, please kindly wait. I hope the audiences can also give feedback to all the students' project or give motivation. Thank you. Please continue, Akira.
Hi, friends, teachers, and parents. Welcome to the Culminating Project Talk. And today I'm going to be presenting my CP titled Vehicular Pollution. In this presentation, I will be explaining about the issue, my goal, the Sustainable Development Goals, research methods, final product, feedbacks, and reflection. Let's get to the introduction of the issue. Transportation pollution is a pollution that is caused by transportation like cars, motorcycles, trucks, and buses. the air pollution emitted from transportation that produces smoke fog, which then leads to poor air quality, which then leaves a negative impact to our health. My goal is to raise public awareness about air pollution from transportation in the surroundings of Jakarta and Tangerang, Indonesia. Making posts about the information of public transportations and pollution levels caused by transportations, making it through infographic, posters, and video reels. I am hoping to give a better impact to the air environment by making people more aware and choosing to ride with electric public transportations. Moving on to the Sustainable Development Goals. So there are total of 17 goals within the SDG initiative from the United Nations. And in this session, I would like to focus on two goals. Goal 13, which is climate action, and Goal 11, which is sustainable cities and communities. I choose Goal 13, which is climate action, since it targets to take action to combat climate change. And I choose Goal 11, which is sustainable cities and communities, because it targets to make cities safer and more sustainable. So in Cikal, there are 5 dimensions. For the dimension in the session, I choose empowering members of just, sustainable, and peaceful society. And for the competency, I choose reflective, innovative, and intelligent. Reflective because I have to reflect on my evaluation on my final product. Innovative because I have to make posts about the issue. And intelligent because I gain knowledge from the experts I interviewed. For my preliminary research, I did 2 methods of research. First, I did a Google Form survey, and number 2, I interviewed 2 experts from the automobile industry. Let's go to the details. In the Google Form survey, I asked the audience a total of 10 questions about transportation pollution and their habits. From the survey, I gathered 27 respondents. Most of the respondents were above 25 years old. One of the questions was, what are the downsides when the whole world needs to use electric vehicles? And most of the respondents answered the high cost of buying electric vehicles, an increasing electricity bill, the limited range of the vehicles, and the costing time to charge the vehicle. I surveyed the audience's habit on their alternative instead of using gas-powered vehicles. Survey shows that most of the respondents did walking and biking as their habit to go to places. And also surveyed how often they use car as their daily transportation. 70% of the respondents said yes. I did an interview with 2 experts from the automotive industry as my second method. I first interviewed Mr. Aryo Sergio, a CMO of Kia. I asked him about their Kia hybrid and electric production cars. In the interview, I asked how the sales of their electric cars are compared to the gas-powered cars. He answered that, of course, the sales of electric cars are lower, but he explained that the wholesale electric car sales from January to March 2023 recorded 1,800 units of cars, a significant increase of up to 2,700% compared to the same period from January to March 2022, which is a good sign for Kia's electric car sales. And then I interviewed Mr. Dadi Henryadi, an ex-division head after sales of Toyota Indonesia. I interviewed him about Toyota's production car sales, comparing their gas and electric powered vehicles. Interviewing him, I gained a lot of knowledge. I found out there are 2 types of hybrid cars. In this page, I will tell you about how I met the planning and also produced the footage. There are 3 steps. My first step is my preparations. I did research and gathered information and interviewed experts. On the second step, which is product making, I made Instagram posts and I uploaded it into Instagram. Third step is taking actions and feedback. A few weeks ago, we year 9 students went to MTS Subono School to present our culminating project, and then we asked for their feedbacks. our account for you to look and learn about vehicular pollution. Currently, there are a total of 6 posts in my Instagram account, 5 infographics, and 1 review video. First post I made is the introduction to my account. I made a post about the air quality in Jakarta that's caused by transportation, a post about the types of gas emitted by motor vehicles. I also talked about the electric cars, talking about the greenhouse gas emissions they release, also the advantages and disadvantages of the bus and their specs. And finally, I made a video reel doing a short review of Toyota's brand new electric car. So a few days ago, I made an Instagram story asking for feedback about my final product. First, I asked to rate the infographics, and most of them gave me a good rating. Then I asked them to rate their understanding about transportation pollution, and 90% of them said yes. I also asked if they think the use of electric vehicles will reduce air pollution, and 95% of them answered yes. And finally, I asked which post do they like the most, and the post they like the most is the review video I made. When working on my CP, I had to face these 3 challenges. Number one, I'm not committed enough to find an expert interview, and also it's pretty hard to find an expert interview. Second challenge was time management. It's pretty hard managing my time to do CP since I was also working on my other assignments and summative. And finally, demotivation and laziness. Honestly, I was very lazy and unmotivated the whole time when I was working on my CP. The image on the left is exactly how I describe myself working culminating project. So reflection. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with my final product, though I was hoping that I would make at least 10 posts on my account. I gained a lot of knowledge about the topic. Being a content creator, I realized that it's pretty complicated and takes a lot of time to make content, and you have to have a lot of motivation to do it. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope my final product helps people to be mindful about our environment for a better future. Lastly, don't forget to follow my Instagram account at vehicle.
Thank you, Akira, for sharing your journey. Please give him a virtual round of applause using chat room. Moving on to the next presenter, please welcome Umar Rashid.
Good morning. My name is Umar Rashid, and I'm going to present my community project, and that is shark finning. So, what is shark finning? Shark finning is an act of brutality in which the shark's fin is cut off while the shark is still alive, and the shark is thrown back into the sea without its fins, resulting in a slow death. And the reason I chose this topic is because of a digital comic about shark finning that I found online. Then, when I searched for more information on this issue, I found a lot of news that interested and saddened me. And why is the issue is important? This issue is important because shark finning has caused reducing numbers of sharks. Since sharks are top of the food chain, they keep the sea balanced by keeping other species from overpopulating. And next, for the goal of this coding project is to spread awareness of shark finning and give people more information about it by using digital comics and infographics. I expect people to be more aware of this issue from my digital comic and infographics. And next, for my SDG goals, I have chosen SDG 14, Life Below Water, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. The reason I chose SDG 14 is because my goal is to raise awareness of shark finning and the importance of shark to life below water. And the reason I chose SDG 12 is because one of my goals is to prevent people from consuming products made out of sharks, especially shark fin. And next, for my 5 6 competencies, I intelligent, innovative, and reflective. And for my preliminary research, I have done online research and I have find information about shark finning and shark related product and shark conservation act. And I have done some surveys and I found out people's perception and awareness about shark finning issues. And I have interviewed around two people, and I find information about shark conservation and how to make a digital comic. And next, for my investigation for my topic, I research on the internet as well as interviews. The person I interviewed for this topic is a representative of Treasure Shark Indonesia. And from my interview, I found that some sharks sell all the body parts in the market of their villages. However, the fins often got dried and sell to somewhere else for a much higher price. And next, for the result from my CP survey, I found out that a lot of people know and heard of shark finning, but they never consume any shark-related product. And one of the reasons I have chosen comics as my product is because comics are the second most chosen CP product in my survey. And as for my investigation for the product, which is a digital comic, I searched for reference on Google and Instagram. I also interviewed a comic creator from Instagram called Bangga Bear. And I learned a lot of new things from him. I also asked for feedbacks from my digital illustration teacher and improved some things from my comic. And from my interview, I got some recommendations on what the storyline could be in my comic and how to tell emotion from expressions and the shape and size of the speech balloons. And for my journey, in August, I have learned about CP and I have chosen the topic, and I started making my SMART goals. In September, I start making my survey and I do a survey analysis. I interviewed a shark foundation for a shark conservation and a comic artist. Then in October, I create a smart presentation and I presented it. And in November, I finished the comic and infographic and I started posting in Instagram. And then in December, I posted half of my comic and infographic on my Instagram. And in January, I finally post all of my comics and infographic. And in February, I started creating this CP presentation and I edited one of my infographics because it had some misinformation. And so who do I approach? I approach around 3 people, and there is Treasure Shark Indonesia, Bangga Bear, and my digital illustration teacher. And so for my CP product, my product is a campaign on Instagram through digital comics and infographics. My Instagram has around 6 posts that consist of an introduction and a comic consisting of 4 parts, and each part is accompanied by infographics, and 2 infographics as the closing statement. So for the first part, it's shown that the shark got baited, and the accompanying infographic explain on how the shark got baited. And for the second part, it's shown that the shark got captured and pulled into the ship. And the accompanying infographic explain on how do fishers hunt catches sharks. And for part 3, it's shown that the shark fins got cut off and then thrown back into the sea without its fins. And the accompanying infographics explain on what part of the fin got cut off and what is it used for. In the last part, it is shown that the shark has died due to bleeding and suffocation. And in the accompanying infographic, it explains the reasons why the shark has died and why sharks are important to the ecosystem, and the number of sharks that are killed yearly due to shark finning. In my last post on my Instagram, it doesn't have any comics, but it has an infographic explaining on what we can do to prevent shark finning. And next, for feedbacks. I got a lot of feedbacks after I presented my culminating project in another goal called Subono Mantovani, and I done an online survey through my CP Instagram account story. And this is the rating from the Subono students. Overall, they rate my comic 5 out of 5 and infographics 4 out of 5. And they rate their own understanding of my comics and infographics 4 out of 5. And and there is some feedbacks from the Subono students. And this is the rating from my followers through Instagram stories. And overall, the results are positive. So my challenges is And next from my challenges is the lack of information on the internet and the misinformation in my infographics. And the challenge of the comic is when I don't know where to get started. And as for my reflection of this creating project, I really like the fact I could finish this project before the deadline. And for the result of the comic, I am pretty satisfied. And for the infographic, I really hope I look for more information so there wouldn't be misinformation that I have to fix. For the things I've learned that shark fins are more expensive than other body parts. And for the Instagram, I've learned how to get more views by posting in a certain time. And for future projects, I would like to sell merchandise, to make donation for shark conservative. And that's it for my community project. And thank you. And thank you.
Thank you, Umar, for sharing your journey. Please give him a virtual round of applause using chat room. Audiences, you can also ask questions through chat rooms, through comments, and also give feedback. Okay, moving on to the next presenter, please welcome Noor Ashlee Almafira Yusuf.
Udui. Hello. Good morning, respected teachers, parents, and students. Today, I will be presenting my culminating project for year 9. But allow me to reintroduce myself. Hi, my name is Noor Ashlee Almafira Yusuf from year 9A. And today, I'll be presenting my culminating project, which carries the issue of gender inequality. Okay, now moving on onto the CP topic. So the topic of gender inequality is when both men and women aren't treated equally in terms of being given the same rights or opportunities. The problem is that I just mentioned earlier, and it's and furthermore, the topic carries on focuses on the traditional gender norms, such as when it is established by society. So to to further explain about the traditional gender norms, first I would like to explain. First, I would like to explain what are the traditional gender norms. So, if you know what are gender norms, it's basically when when, let's say, women are given the expectations of always staying at home, and men are given the expectations of always men's feelings are invalid, and also how they are expected to get a job in the corporate realm. Okay, this leads to gender stereotyping, which is harmful and toxic. Moving on to the goals that I have set for myself. So first, there is the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or it can also be called as SDG goals. So I have two SDG goals for my CP topic. First is the United Nations Gender Equality, which is goal number 5, and the Reduce Inequalities, which is goal number 10, as it correlates with my CP topic. Now, moving on onto the Cikal dimension goals. The Cikal dimension goals that I've set for myself is first, impactful leading, second is intelligent, and third, communicative. Now, let's move on to the research part. So to conduct research, first I need to do a preliminary research on the background topic, on what is gender inequality and things that are related fall onto the term. And second, I conducted a survey gain a further so I can gain a further understanding through experts. Now, for my survey results, the survey results that I have gathered are is people are aware of the issue, and there are people that are aware of the issue, and there are some people there that are still ignorant about the issue, which leads to which leads, which leads to how big of an issue this is. So now my product is a giant painting which is 100 times 160 centimeters. So of course, in every product making, there's a process. And my plan for this is first, I search up inspirations. So my initial inspiration is murals, those arts on walls. But I realized that creating a painting is much more easier than murals. So I'm just merely taking inspiration from the style of murals. And I also take inspiration from great artists such as Kazimir Malevich, and Frida Kahlo. And of course, I gather some feedbacks from visual arts teachers and interview them on how to create my painting and how to deliver my message effectively through the visual arts. Okay. So for the finalization or the footages, first I use draft, such as when making the draft, um, sketching it, color blocking, and then there are the interview pics. The interview pics I interviewed visual arts experts as well, pardon, visual arts experts such as Padepi, Wimesh, and Pachip, and also an external expert named Bu Mutia. As not only that, I also interviewed adolescents who are also aware of the issue, who are also aware of the issue. Now, not only that, I also conducted school and class visits. So for the school visit, I visited MTS Subono Antofani, and there are pictures supporting that. So I visited the school of MTS Subono Mantofani to raise awareness about the issue onto their school to spread the message. And not only that, I also visit classes. I I also visit classes to I also visit classes in Cikal to raise awareness about it and to make students in the Cikal community more aware of the issue. Now for the final product is the painting that I made here. It's currently hung in the school walls, in the Sekolah Cikal Serpong school walls near the library. And for the painting description, it is a bit long, but I will summarize it. So it basically represents two times when it's in the past and it's in the present. The past is characterized by gloominess and the color blue, which represents where men and women are does not have the right equal rights and opportunities to, let's say, pursue the careers of their choice, and when they're stuck in the traditional uh, choices because society imposed it on them. And onto the second part, which is the current present and the now, the future. It is characterized by the color pink because it symbolizes joy, happiness, and finally freedom, because women because the progress that society is currently making is that women and men are getting more equal chances and rights to pursue the careers of their pardon to pursue careers that they desire and also do activities that make them happy. So the message that I'm trying to deliver is that men and women are free to choose whatever careers that they want, whatever activities they want to do, because it's their right, and because it's their right, and they should be given the equal opportunities. So now, the challenges that. Uh, so now I, from, so of course, every project I gather feedbacks, and the comments that I mostly view is that, oh, why is this not realistic? Well, first of all, art is not always those um, those Vincent van Gogh or anything that has to do with scenery and environments. So art can be look like anything, and it is actually on purpose because I have no desire on making it realistic. I'm really just my priority for this painting is to deliver the message perfectly and not trying to create a realistic painting. And second of all, lots of people say that my paintings have a lot of details. Well, yes, that is correct. That is absolutely my intention because every detail is crucial and to make it and it's to make it more clear. So now for the challenges that I face, first of all, I face a lot of pardon. First of all, I face a few challenges like procrastination and pardon. First of all, like procrastination and a few unhelpful and negative comments. How do I overcome it? Well, for the procrastination, I telling to myself that I can do this and have a positive mindset that I can do this. And still hate you for whatever you do. So, but if you think about it in another light, that means my I delivered my message. At least I am able to deliver my message, and that's a good thing. So for the reflection, my first point, I'm very proud of the CP. The painting took me 3 months, and I'm glad that I'm able to achieve it. And I'm proud of myself that I managed to do this, and I'm capable of this. And I'm also proud that I managed to deliver the message effectively to in the Chikal community as well as the external community, such as in the MTS Subono. So on the next slide, you can give a few feedback if you wish, or you can go to the link of bit.ly/capital Ashley capital A CP all caps 9 to give the feedback form. And that is all for my CP presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ashley, for sharing your journey. Please give her a virtual round of applause using chat form. With that, all of the presenters have done presenting their journey. Let me remind everyone about the topic of each presenters. We have Pandji with cyberbullying. We have Kala with stress management. We have Akira with transportation pollution. We have uh, Umar with shark finning, and we have Ashley as gender equality. Next up, I would like to invite audiences to ask questions to the presenters. Let's begin the Q&A session. Audiences, please feel free to ask the presenters and write it on the chat room. Okay. While waiting for the audiences, to give questions, let me ask the same question for Panji, Kala, and Akira. You mentioned earlier that your challenges are in the time management, motivation, and commitment.
So, did you
A
have
view,
a
did you have a few alternatives before deciding on your chosen action? What are those? Did you have a few alternatives before deciding on your chosen action? What are those? Probably we can start with Panji. Sorry for the technical issue. So let me repeat my question for Panji, Kala, and Akira. You mentioned earlier that your struggles or challenge are commitment, time management, and motivation. So probably that because of you're not really focused on what you're taking action. My question, did you have a few alternatives before deciding on your chosen action? What are those? Panji?
First thing I thought was when I first start doing and thinking about what my topic of CP should be, I immediately think of cyberbullying. Uh, I don't know. It just yeah. Gimana sih? Came across my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going next. I also know because I think this is my best topic. I've done a lot of projects with the topic about stress, and yeah, I think it's just my best topic overall.
I actually don't have an alternative for a different topic. Yeah, also the first thing that came to my mind was vehicular pollution, because I like cars, and yeah, I wanna try to explore about the pollution.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so next on, my question for Umar and Ashley. Oh, sorry. There is one question from Ibu Aranya to all the presenters. What is your biggest achievements throughout the CP period?
Biggest achievement? Um, last week I posted a video review of the Toyota BZ4X, and the big achievement is the video already got 5,000 views and 150 likes. I think that's one of my biggest achievement in the CP final product. Yeah, that's it.
My biggest achievement is being able to post 9 posts on my Instagram because my CP schedule wasn't really good and I have trouble with making my posts and with my time management. And I think making 9 posts before this day is a big achievement to me. Yeah.
Okay, so my biggest achievement throughout the CP process would be primarily completing the painting, because the painting is gigantic. It is 100 times 260 centimeters, and it took a really long time to finish. And just like pardon, there are a few turbulent periods where there were like ups and downs where I feel demotivated to finish the painting and I have no inspiration. Yet I still managed to complete it on time, and I'm very proud of that because I put a lot of effort into the painting. That's for my answer.
My biggest achievement is probably like being able to upload 3 episodes. Um, I didn't think I was going to be able to. I wish I could have uploaded more, but I didn't have enough time, and also my upload schedule was very bad. But also the biggest achievement is probably being able to upload 3 episodes in the podcast and getting quite quite some views too.
One of my biggest achievement while creating my community project is probably I have the courage to finally interview someone, and my other biggest achievement is that I could finish my culminating project, my culminating project, the product, uh, about 2 months before the deadline. And yeah, that's for my answer. That's it.
Wow, thank you guys. Everyone here in the comment session are very proud of you. All right, Thank you for all the questions and feedback given for the presenters. It's very delightful to see such impactful and powerful projects of all presenters during CP presentations. Let's give all the presenters today another virtual round of applause and words of encouragement for their achievement. I would like to remind you all that the CP Talk will continue on another session. Please check the YouTube channel of Sekolah Cikal Official for other talks. The Culminating project event doesn't stop today. We hope to see you all again later tomorrow. There will be an exhibition with all the Year 9 students at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Teras Kota. Lastly, I would like to say thank you one more time to all the audience here today, the mentors, fellow students, proud parents, and also respected guests. Thank you for having me as your host. Good morning and see you in the exhibition.
Disinilah tempat ayah ibuku percaya takkan ada